Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: people who got caught having sex at work. What happened? I plant trees for a living and hire over 30 20-somethings and send them into remote areas for days at a time. Often I set up trail cameras to track progress and get cool time-lapse shots and also wildlife pics. On more than a few occasions I've seen photos of staff walking off together and one glorious blowjob shot perfectly framed. I delete the photos and don't make a big deal of it. If it doesn't impact their tree numbers, I just consider them on break. Most of the time they are paid per tree planted, so it's up to them how much time they want to plant vs fuck. Planting a different sort of seed. How would someone get into this? Edit, JFC you horny bastards, I am asking about trees. Lots of colleges offer ecological restoration diplomas or forestry specific routes. Often we just hire manual labor, so if people are willing to plant we hire. It's tough work. Edit, I took you seriously bro. Happy planting. Not me, but two co-workers at a small family restaurant got caught having sex in the bathroom when the owner literally opened the door on them because they didn't lock it. The girl was bent over the sink and they were watching themselves in the mirror. He slammed the door shut, and when they came out a few minutes later, panicky and shamefaced, he yelled at them, "If you're gonna do that, you clock out first." While the rest of us laughed our asses off. Sounds like the best manager ever. Small restaurants have so few fucks to give most of the time, you'd be amazed. Your food is still gonna come out sanitary and edible, probably, at least my team has the pride for that, but I can't necessarily speak for others, but weird shit happens between restaurant workers all the time. Small family restaurant. Oh. What are you doing, step cook? Yep, was thinking that also lol. I worked at Whole Foods. A man and wife worked together and the wife was 6+ months pregnant. One day the wife goes out to their shared car during a lunch break and lo and behold, inside their car her husband is just banging away with another WF employee, someone much younger. I've never seen the entire store come together like a family as they did that day in support of the pregnant wife. Edit, the husband and wife stayed together, against everyone's advice, and the young lady he cheated with quit work. Cheating on his pregnant wife. What the goddamn shit is wrong with people? Not just that, which is incredibly stupid and shitty, but doing it at work. When you work with your wife. At first I thought this was going to be about the married and pregnant couple banging each other at work and I was gonna say well, good for them. Same. Even when it got to her going to lunch in their shared car. I was like, yep, dude walks out like 5 minutes to her and her husband boning. Nope. Really didn't like how this played out. I was a whitewater raft guide 10 years ago. We would party at the area where we stacked our rafts at night at our boathouse. We slept in tents nearby. One thing led to another and my girlfriend at the time and I got it on top of a stack of rafts under the stars quite drunk. The boathouse manager lived in a small apartment with an upstairs window directly adjacent to this stack of rafts. We would be introduced to our tours by him each day with fun little anecdotes. Like, this is James, best river guide west of the Mississippi. So the next day, after saying nothing to us, he is introducing us and goes, "Okay, now your guide is going to be Chelsea the Screamer." With a pointed look at us. She looked like she saw a ghost, then laughed it off. No further repercussions beyond the call out and a bit of laughs. It was a laid-back environment though. Edit, holy crap, I just got back from fieldwork to all the replies, thanks for the awards. I'm glad people found my experience entertaining. Man. I wish my manager was that cool. All I got was "some of us are here to do actual work and keep dicks inside pants" comment in the meeting. You shouldn't have been fucking in the meeting. Worked retail in college. We were in the stock room, clothes mostly still on, when the shift manager came in. Had her up against some fitted shirts. Me and her were written up and sent home. They interviewed us separately the next day. We lied about not having a relationship so they wouldn't transfer one of us. Looking back, I'm actually pretty surprised we weren't fired. Good employees in retail can get away with a lot. Years ago when I worked a retail job I could be a little shit. Argumentative, did things how I wanted to do them, etc. I think the only reason I never got in trouble is because I was one of the few employees that always showed up on time, my work was good, and I had positive customer feedback. I think most managers would rather deal with an employee that is a pain in the ass but does the job well. If you show up for every shift and do decent work, smart managers will tolerate other indiscretions because it's stupidly difficult to find people who are reliable in food service and retail. If your work is solid gold but you miss a few shifts, prepare to be fired because missing shifts is the one way to make your manager's life hell. There was a girl who had sex with some employees for pay. When caught, they transferred her to another building and took some minor disciplinary action against all involved. Then she did it again at the new building, so they transferred her back. Couple years had passed, so no old clients in her area. Then she did it again. Third time was the final straw to get her fired. This woman was taking home a 2 days paycheck for 1 day worth of work. She clearly was not giving her full attention to one of the jobs though. I never have, but I can tell you that entire company-wide design decisions have been made for Amazon fulfillment centers to help curb such actions. For example, all janitor closets are required to have half-glass doors. Worked for Amazon UK. Caught one of the reps having a threesome on the top floor of the tower with 2 blokes. Caught a security guard having sex in his car with another worker. Found a used silicone butt plus vagina sex toy in the bathroom absolutely soaked in jizz. Worked there like 3 months. Oh my god. That's disgusting. Where in the UK? Found a used silicone butt plus vagina sex toy in the bathroom absolutely soaked in jizz. Well, I guess someone has to perform quality control before things ship. Jesus, first they won't let you unionize and now they won't let you fuck in peace. Good Lord, Orwell was right all along. From the esteemed writer of 1984 comes the new erotic novel, 1969. Nice tilde New York Times. I was an engineer at a company. A couple were fired for having sex in his car in the parking lot. Our company was one of the biggest CCTV manufacturers in the world. I designed camera control systems. Our parking lot was also used to test product, and had one of the highest camera per square foot ratio of any parking lot, anywhere. Our cameras had amazing zoom capabilities. This just never occurred to these 2 brainiacs. Management insisted that we delete all footage. Edit, to clarify, these were not engineers. They were support. Maybe they had an associate degree, but I doubt it. The parking lot is company property. Company handbook and sexual harassment training both say not on company property. Also strongly implied is not with the company name. Edit, to clarify my first edit, people in the comments were assuming the couple were engineers. So I answered that. Now people are being offended that I cleared this up. Oh Reddit, you have to invent reasons to be offended. Enhance. I mean, if you gotta do it at a CCTV manufacturer, do it where they can't put any cameras like the bathroom or something. Maybe they just wanted a free sex tape without any extra effort. I used to work in fast food, and a manager got caught having sex with an employee. They were going to just transfer him, but they realized that the employee was 17, manager was 24, so he was fired. The employee quit because they thought it would keep the manager from being fired. I quit a few weeks later for unrelated reasons. Edit, half the comments are asking if we worked at the same place. 1. It is scary how many places this has happened to. I worked at a Taco Bell. I worked in retail. The shift supervisor was hitting on a new cashier all week. They banged in the storage closet. He told me right away. We both looked her way and her face got really red, but she kept a smile on the rest of the day. Her boyfriend picked her up at the end of the shift. He was her usual ride since she didn't have a car. A few days later, the shift supervisor was fired because she filed a complaint and the store manager said there was security camera footage of both them going into the closet together. A couple weeks later, the shift supervisor who was let go called me to ask if I would be a witness because she also filed criminal charges against him. I told him no because I honestly didn't know enough about the situation to come to his defense. He was her usual ride. He. Same deal, except the employee was 16, and the manager was 48. Straight to jail. Not me. But my ex-boss snorted coke in our bathroom before sucking off a customer in our parking lot, came back in and boasted to us that she got free weed from this guy. A week later, fired. She's still engaged to her fiancé, not the customer. SMH can't believe a boss would fire an employee so devoted to customer satisfaction. They always tell us to go the extra mile but fired her for going an extra 6 inches. Legend. They were a married couple but both employees. They got caught screwing at the Christmas party. Nothing happened for a few weeks, then they both got fired because they were collecting the gym membership stipend but couldn't show proof of attendance. Pretty sure that was the first and only time the company enforced the stipend rule. Based on what we all saw at the Christmas party, both haven't been hitting the gym as often as you say you are.